Some fears are forever. From Spiralopus Audio, the horror eternal. Each week we plunge into the terrifying darkness that hides your subconscious fears. At the heart of this nightmare is We Are Not Dead, a serialized descent into fear. An unnamed soul finds himself tormented by texts claiming to be from the future, warning of a world of horrors to come, where alien beings appear, silent, still, watching as the human race descends into madness. But the horror doesn't end there. Every fourth week, a new standalone tale rips you from your safe reality. Imagine a podcast, the Black Cast, that awakens urges its listeners cannot control. A touch, the missing touch, that erases lives from existence. Or Bone of My Bone, where a deadly virus turns half of the human population, the female half, into vessels of unstoppable rage and righteous revenge. These are tales of fear and madness that won't just scare you, they will haunt you, lingering in your silent thoughts for all your nights to come. Tune in to The Horror Eternal, available on all major platforms. The following is an excerpt from We Are Not Dead. I started receiving messages. You know how sometimes you get a text from an unknown number that just says, "Hi." I block them, but sooner or later that same hi pops up from another number, and I block that one. Well, this started out like that, only the first message wasn't hi. It was, "We are not dead." They claimed to be using a future technology to send messages back in time, a warning of the world to come. The Horror Eternal presents We Are Not Dead. I stepped out into the courtyard. I was staring at my phone, so I only kind of noticed a strange shape where there shouldn't be one out of the corner of my eye. That was the first time I saw one. The Watchers. In that first glance, it seemed like some kind of plant, a small tree, but there weren't any leaves, no branches. In fact, it had a different consistency altogether. Dark, fleshy, and covered in some kind of slimy film. A large, bulbous head sat on top of the stocky trunk. Two huge black pools on either side. Eyes, fish-like. I took a few steps forward, squinting, studying, when clear membranes, eyelids, snapped down and back up over the eyes. Blinked. I jumped back at the revelation that this was something alive. As I drove out of the alley to the street, my heart jumped. There was another one, exactly the same, planted on the sidewalk across from me as I made a left-hand turn. I continued out to the main thoroughfare, made another left, and headed toward the freeway on-ramp I took to work. There were more. 1, 2, 3, planted along the street to either side. Once on the freeway, it didn't end. There were more, planted sporadically along the shoulder of the road. I even passed one in between lanes. An alien crop planted with total disregard for the daily work routine. It felt like the beginning of something, and whatever that something might be, it wasn't going to be good. That's when I really started thinking about those rows of sharp teeth. With teeth like that, they had to eat something. We Are Not Dead. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere you get your podcasts.